If you've been wanting to do your master's or PhD at Stanford University for free, then this video is for you. The Knight-Hennessy Scholars program was opened, and we are actually on the tail end of this. I just thought I should share because better late than never. So this scholarship is actually being closed today, and if you want to join the 2024 cohort, the KHS, which is the Knight-Hennessy Scholars application deadline is October 11th, 1 p.m. Pacific time. When I convert this to my time at where I am, it's 11 p.m. at night, and right now it's 9 in the morning, which means we have a whole day to apply. And for guys who are watching this right now, it means you have about, depending on where you live, there is time to apply. So why am I sharing this now? Because you can apply even if it's today, even if today is the last day. Why? Because they are so straightforward. Here at Immigrate with Uni, I share with you straightforward and easy to apply scholarships, which you can actually apply within a day if you have the documents. Now, you could be saying, what if I don't have the IELTS or the TOEFL exam? Let me show you guys, because these guys just really want you to study at Stanford for free. So if you're planning to apply, you just need to click here and then you go through the requirements. So they're saying the deadline is today, and the applications are two. One, it's for the Knight-Hennessy Scholarship, and two is to join Stanford University. So you need to select your graduate degree program to see now the deadline for the Stanford University. So these are the programs that they have for masters and for PhD. They have biosciences. They also have business. They have MBA. They have education as well, engineering. They have humanities. They have HNS interdisciplinary. They have law, medicine, social sciences, natural sciences. Yep. So when you choose one, let's say maybe you want to choose geophysics or sociology PhD, then the deadline for applying to Stanford is Friday, December 1st, 2023. So today is the deadline for KHS, and um, they give you everything you need to know about that. So once you see your degree is due, the application for the university is December 1st. Now you want to apply to KHS because you're pressed for time. So you want to click why KHS so you can know what they look for, what they are about. Um, so you need to learn why they exist, who they are, what they do. But you also want to see the eligibility, so you can know if you're eligible. So number one, you need admission to Stanford. So first, in addition to applying to KHS, you must apply to be accepted by and enroll in a full-time Stanford graduate degree program, including but not limited to all these courses. You must meet at least one of the following four conditions. Number one, you're applying separately but concurrently to KHS and a full-time Stanford graduate degree program, such that you will start both in the same year. You've already been offered and deferred. Now, this one is for someone who already is in Stanford, number two. And number three, also, you're a current graduate of Stanford. And number four, as well, you're a current PhD student. So there are no quotas by discipline or program. And please note that a small number of Stanford graduate degree programs are not eligible, and here they are. Those applying to Honors Cooperative Program, Masters of Liberal Arts, as well as Doctor of Science of Law, and the Coterminal Graduate Study, and the PhD adding these. So now the requirement number two is for the graduate degree date. Second, you must have earned in January 2017 or later a US bachelor's degree or its equivalent from a college or university recognized, which means you must have graduated 2017 or later. So remember, either you're applying or you're current Stanford. Number two, the degree date, and they have that. Now, what I like about them is the FAQs, because there is this part where now they talk to you about preparing your application, and the criteria. So let's click on preparing your application. There's something I want you to see. So these are what you need to submit. So you have two applications, and we've talked about that. And then you must, as they've said, each incoming Knight-Hennessy scholar must also apply to be accepted by and enroll in a full-time Stanford graduate degree program. Blah blah blah. We've read that. Now number two. So the application opened in June 1st and it's ending today. Number two is that you need an online application. So that one you can do. Number two, you need a resume. That one you have. Then there's transcript and test scores. So the transcripts, of course, are from your university, and the test scores are TOEFL. Now, if you don't have a TOEFL, do not be afraid because they have this part. I'll go to that part. And then there's the recommendation letter from people who know you, two of them. And then there's an essay or short answers you'll need to submit. So, where they talked about the FAQs, which I think was here when preparing application, they have the transcript and the test scores. If you must submit, and then there's the FAQs. Is this question: I will not have test scores until after the Knight-Hennessy Scholars application deadline. What should I do? So they say this: if you will not have test scores until after the Knight-Hennessy Scholars application deadline, you may leave the test score section of the application blank. You may leave the test score section of the application blank when you submit your application. So there is no excuse here. You should be able to submit this application today if you haven't. You may provide the scores when they are available via your application status page, which you can access only after submitting your application. So if you recently sat for an exam, and even if you haven't sat for an exam, you can actually submit and then sit for the exam. Like TOEFL is actually 4 days, 4 to 5 days. You'll have your exam, and it's accepted by Knight-Hennessy, and it's cheaper than IELTS. So if you recently sat for an exam that provides an official scores immediately upon completion, you may report those to us. But the bottom line is you can leave your application blank, the test score for English that is blank, when you submit your application, which is incredible. I think that part is just great. Um, then they're asking, may I update my test score after I have submitted my application? They say, yes, you may do this by submitting this test score update form on your status page after you submit your application. So this is very important information, because they also give you the test that you need to submit for English. So they say they accept the TOEFL. The MBA is the only one that accepts IELTS and PTE as well. However, the rest accept even TOEFL. So some departments only accept scores obtained within the last 18 months, while others accept scores for 24 months. So you may read this on the graduate admissions website policy. So I think it's just good that you go through the requirements, which will take about 30 minutes of your time, then get your documents ready, which is about another 30 minutes of your time, getting to reach out to your recommendators, then giving them the form, because there's a form. Let me show you the form as like what they should write, like a guideline into what they should write. This is the sample recommendation. So it should take you about 30 minutes to 1 hour to actually finish this, and it will save you tons of money. It will make you study in a high profile university in the United States. And so, yeah, so this is the recommendation sample applicant assessment. I'm rating this applicant relative to the following group. Example: student, employee, volunteer. I have taught in the classroom. Curiosity and open-minded, creative and visionary, analytical, courage and resilience, ethical decision making, collaboration. Overall recommendation: I recommend this applicant to the Knight-Hennessy program. Um, so you can also explain through, not the recommender will also write a letter of recommendation while they explain how they know and interact with you. And because the KHS seeks visionary thinkers who demonstrate independence of thought, they need to describe how the applicant demonstrates intellectual curiosity and creativity to address challenges and all that. So these are the documents you need. And once you get that up, then, you know, I'm just here wishing you the very best, because it's possible, you can do it, and I'm cheering you on. Do not be afraid. Um, success is at the end of all the effort you put in, all the confidence you have in yourself. So go for it. This has been Immigrate with Uni, the channel that shares with you legal, credible, and easy ways you can use to relocate to your dream countries. Until next time, have a good one. Bye for now.